very warm welcome to another episode of Today's Parent, where we connect you with experts and provide you with information to make your parenting journey a bit more easier. I'm your host, Christine Casina. In today's episode, we are talking about raising girls, specifically raising teenage girls. In studio today, we have an expert who's not only a marriage expert, but also a family therapist, an expert in every way, who's going to take us through raising teenage girls to be the best that they can be. Her name is Rosalind Keegan, and she runs her own platform, Intentional Parenting for a Better Life. Let's welcome her to the show. Rosalind.
Yes, thank you so much for having me again.
Lovely to have you back.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun. It's fun coming. Yeah.
Lovely to have you back.
Thank you so much.
I'm just wondering, what's the difference between raising girls and raising boys?
Wow. It's a big, it's different, because it's easier to connect with girls
compared to boys.
We are natural. Connecting to a girl, all you need to do is connect with her emotions. Yeah, connect to any woman, you only need to connect with their emotions. For a boy, connecting to a boy is, you really need to work extra hard to connect, to find out what is going on in a boy's mind. Yeah, yeah.
And even just opening up.
And even opening up, it takes a while. Even when they come for therapy, it takes a while. And there are a lot of things we do for even a boy to open up, start talking to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So what makes teenage girls so special?
Wow. A teenage girl is going through a lot. At the age of 13, the first time they see their periods, and if they are not prepared, they go to school, they get their periods, they'll be laughed at. That's another self-esteem going down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, their breasts are growing. Yeah, they're now evolving now to become a woman. So the special thing about them is they need to be, as early as possible, they need someone to talk to them.
Right.
About just how they're going to become, how they're becoming women. What will happen? Their body changes. Yeah, they have to have somebody around. There's nothing as bad as a teenage girl starting their periods with no one has told them that this is what is going to happen, and this is what to do, and this is what to expect.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it different, or will it have been different if you have a girl? In fact, my question should be, is there a way, or what you need to be doing from the time they are certain age, even before they hit teenagehood, how we raise our girls? What can we do prior them reaching teenagehood?
Number one, if you're a father out there and you're a father of a girl, plug into that girl's life. Because when they grow up, when they reach teenagehood, even when they are young adults and adults, they always follow up. There's always a void, and the void comes from the man in their family.
Right.
Yeah, because they say we marry our fathers, so you need to be the best man in your child's life, in your daughter's life. Yeah, and if you're a mother, is you need also to understand who you are as a woman, because a confident mother brings out a confident girl, yeah. And if you don't have confidence and you're ashamed of yourself, or there's some issue, it will rub off onto this girl, yeah. And the notion of especially for mothers, and we have that weakness of my stomach is. I have a big stomach. My hips are too big.
Self-image issues.
Yeah. I need to do this shake and that shake. It rubs off to the girl. So the girl will grow up identifying as, if mom has issues with her body, even me, my body might not. I'll also have issues with the body. So you find a little girls, a girl as young as 10 years will say, hey, look at my stomach, look at my hips. Yeah, because where has he had those things coming from?
Most likely from the females around you, more around her, most likely the mother.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you need to have that confidence. You need to, as a mother, have that confidence as a woman. So to bring up that confidence from your girl, from your daughter.
All right.
Yeah.
What challenges do parents face, or they can anticipate to face, if they're raising a teenage girl?
Self-esteem.
So self-esteem is a big thing.
Self-esteem is a big thing. When they reach 13, from the age of 12, 13, they really want to be liked. Teenage girls want to be liked, they want to belong. They want to be told how they are good. Yeah, that's why you'll find that even when they're in school, they're the ones who are doing, at the age of 13, 14, they're the ones who are doing everything. The ones, the teacher to like them, the ones to be known by the teachers. They're driven for that feeling of, you know what, I need to belong. I need to do better than everyone else.
Right.
So for a parent, if you're not there at that space where you affirm your child, at that small age, she'll find affirmation from somewhere else, and she'll start from there. Yeah, knowing that at home there's no one who recognizes how good I am. Yeah, so it's very important to bring up a daughter who has self-esteem, who has the confidence and knowing who they are. Yeah, by the time they're 16-year-old, they should know what they really are at that stage. Another challenge, as I say, is social media. They're very interested in how many people like their photos and the comments. Girls are very good at body shaming each other, yeah, and they'll say it blankly, like, you have big thighs, you have bad eyes, your teeth are bad, and they'll say it, and commenting on somebody's photo, and they'll go to school and they'll still keep on that discussion. I've been called to, there's a school I was called to, and that happened. And we had to call parents, and we had to talk to parents and tell them, you know what, you need to train your children what to comment on, because internet never forgets.
So what tips did you give to the parents?
Just talk to the children. Talk to the children about the internet. I mean, it's like abusing. You know, for them, for a 16, 15-year-old child, they have no idea. They don't know that they're actually abusing this other girl. In their mind, they're looking for popularity. Yeah, so the more I say something, and they're using those funny words, the more I say it, the more popular I am. It's about being liked. Remember, I told you girls just want to be liked. Yeah, so you just tell them, you just talk to your parents. The other thing is boys.
Talk to your teenage girls.
Talk to your teenage girls.
Right.
The other thing is boys. Yeah, and they're at a stage where they want to be liked by
the opposite sex.
By the opposite sex.
I wonder, is that a challenge for the girl or a challenge for the parent?
I think it's a challenge for both if you've not talked to this girl on the boundaries and the limits. Yeah, because for them, they believe at that age, if you've not talked to them, they'll believe that the more boys like you, the more popular you are, the more good you are. But at the back of the mind, they don't know that you're being wasted by these boys. By the boys, yeah. And you know, today, interestingly, I've sat with parents of boys, and they've told us, and they've said, you know what, the girls are not being very, very independent. They're being very forward. They're the ones who are going for the boys. They're forcing, which is true. The girls of nowadays, they're really going for those boys and forcing the boys to be their friends and writing notes.
Like, I like you being
my boyfriend. And they'll write notes and they'll force this boy to say yes. And
where are they getting this from? Where are the girls getting this from?
It's just, they have confidence now. The girls are becoming very confident. Yeah, they're being very confident, more than even the boys. I think something needs to be done about that. During my time, we never used to be like that. Yeah, we wouldn't dare approach a boy like that. Yeah.
So social media is a challenge.
Social media.
You mentioned self-esteem issues.
The other thing, let's not forget about alcohol.
Wow.
You know, especially as they approach into 17, 16, even 18 years. Since they want to be liked and they want to belong, they have this party. Now that, in fact, it's holidays time. The holiday season is coming. It's already here. Is a group of young girls, yeah, will go in a house, or they'll be invited in a house, and they'll start testing alcohol.
Those house parties,
and they'll set alcohol. And you've seen even parents taking their children because of blackout hospital, and they've got this a good girl who just went to a party, and the parent thought they were just drinking soda and there's alcohol. Yeah, just because why? Girls just want to be liked. Girls just want to belong. Girls they're very emotional. They just want, you know what? I want to belong to this group, and if these people are taking alcohol, even me, I'll taste. And it's your first time you'll have a blackout. You'll end up in a hospital. Yeah, so it's very, raising a girl is very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. In fact, you know what? Nowadays, it's no more so. During my time, my parents, it was so much about pregnancy. So much about pregnancy.
Because that's one of the biggest challenges for parents,
No.
even for teenage girls themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
That fear
Yeah.
for pregnancy, sometimes
it was-
it's even more for some of them compared to, getting HIV
Yeah,
and any
yeah.
other STD.
Yeah, because it will be known, because it will be seen. Yeah. So again, girls, they might be confident, but they're very delicate. Because if you just tell them something small, yeah, that girl will be moody the whole day.
Like your hips are big.
Oh yes.
Or your eyes are big.
Your eyes are big. Yeah.
Or you're so black.
Yeah.
Why are you so black?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And then they say that, apparently, especially those 15-year-olds, 14, and they'll tell you, and the mood will change. You've dropped your child happy, you pick your child annoyed. When you tell them, I'm not talking. And if you insist, somebody told me, I'm black.
And to them it's a big deal. And for some of them it affects them for a lifetime.
Yeah.
For a lifetime.
Yeah. So you see, for a girl, it's about the emotions. It's a lot about the emotion, the body image and all that. And where does it come from? Yeah. It comes from what they see in the house and what. So you have to build up the father of that child, of the girl, has to be around that girl, even more than the mother.
You mentioned something about alcohol.
Yeah.
At some point, most
Yes.
girls, most women eventually, have their sip of wine and then decide whichever brand they settle for. So when it comes to alcohol and sensitizing our girls on, just a good drinking behavior, if at all, they learn it from the parents. Is there any role that we play as parents? Our drinking behavior, does it then model to our children? Is there a way we can raise girls to, I shouldn't say drink better,
You know what?
but they're seeing what we are doing?
I hear you.
Or should I say responsible drinker?
You know what? Yeah? Drinking is alcohol is a disease.
Alcohol or alcoholism?
Alcoholism is a disease. Yeah, and depending on your lineage. Yeah, because when they come to therapy, we look at all these things.
Yeah,
your family
the
of
background information
origin
and all that.
Yeah. Do you have alcoholics in?
So that's one of the questions.
Yeah. So why do you want to introduce also in that space of yours? So the best way is if you can avoid alcohol, yeah, the better. Because there are some people who will take one. Some people will take one and
You
they'll
see
be
where
okay.
I'm going, eh?
Yeah, I know. There's some people who take one glass of wine or one beer and they'll be okay. But there are some who cannot. So it's very important also as a parent is to understand, to research and understand what is it in an alcohol. In my family of origin, how many people have suffered through alcoholism?
Yeah.
Because it is there, it comes out. It will come out. Why are you opening that door for your child? For your child, yeah. So I would advise against opening that door for your child.
We are going to take a short break. In today's episode, we've been talking about raising teenage girls. So far, Rosalind Keegan has shared the challenges that we face as parents when it comes to raising teenage girls. When we come back from the break, she's going to share tips with you on how we can effectively parent our teenage girls. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back from the break. In today's episode, we are talking about raising teenage girls. So far, Rosalind has shared the challenges that we face as parents raising our teenage girls, and now she's going to share with us tips on how we can do better. Rosalind,
Yeah. Yes.
let's talk about the tips that come to mind. How we can do better as we are raising our teenage girls, understand them better, communicate better with them, open the channels of communication, get to understand them better. From your expert view, what can we do better?
Get in touch with their emotions. Teenager girls, in fact, most of the women, if you want to do better with any woman, get in touch with their emotions, understand who they are.
Okay.
As a person. Give them space.
What do you mean by give them space?
Yes, give them space to be what they are. Let them evolve in front of you. Give them space to be who they are. Don't create the person. Let God's creation come out. Let it come.
Watch her blossom.
Watch her blossom.
Right.
Of course, with guidance. So the only thing you do as a parent of a teenage girl is you guide them.
What guidance can you offer as a parent?
It's for the tips. Number one, dressing.
Dressing. That's a big one for girls.
Yeah, it's a very big, and it's a fight for most mothers of girls. Yeah.
What is that you're wearing? You can't go out like that.
Yeah. And you know, it's fashion. So even you as a parent, how much can you give in? And then the teenage girl, how much will they give in? So it's a win-win. Yeah. Because you're not going to dress please mothers, do not dress your teenage girl like you. Dress them as a teenage girl.
So how can you have that sensitive conversation? Because the dresses have become shorter, the trousers have become tighter, everything has become tighter or shorter.
Yeah. Started from the beginning. When they're still toddlers, talk to them about how it's important to dress up nicely.
Cover up.
Yeah. How much can you cover up? The love yourself. In fact, the most important thing for a girl is to love themselves. If you love yourself as a girl, you won't want to dress short things or, because you love yourself, you love your body. So the only way the only way you can love yourself and love your body is when your self-esteem is high. And for you to have a self-esteem is high is your environment. The fathers, the men in their lives, they have to be the ones to tell them, you know what, you're a beautiful girl no matter what.
Affirm the girl.
Affirm that girl.
Affirm your teenage girl.
The esteem, affirm that they can have high esteem. Be the first time to date your daughter. Take them out for a date.
What kind of words can fathers use around their girls?
Number one, just tell them that they're beautiful.
Oh, mama, you are so beautiful.
Yeah.
Most beautiful girl in the world.
Tell them, I like the way you've dressed. I like that dress in you. Because when mothers say that, what happens is, Mommy, you are my mom, you'll say that. That's what they'll say. I know you have to say that. But when a man in that girl's life says you're beautiful, yeah, they take it very serious. And that saying, I love you, you're beautiful, should not be a one thing. It should be a constant. They should know at the back of their mind, my dad has my back.
So you are encouraging our African dads to tell us that they love us.
Yes.
You know how hard that is, eh?
Yeah, we never had it during my time. Yeah, but it's important for...
So today's dad,
to
be able to vocalize it.
Please vocalize, because the first man who will tell your daughter, and she's never heard it from any other man, I love you, she'll go, hey, everything will let go.
She'll start from the father. Just affirming her and telling her how much.
She'll start from the father, that you love, that you're good, that you're confident.
Yeah.
And you know what? At some point, she'll know. When you start doing that when they're small, at some point when they reach the age of maybe 15, 13, they already know they're beautiful. They're aware because it's been a drum.
Yeah.
So now you need to start saying, you know what? You're smart. You're bright. You're sharp. You can do this. So you see, beauty is already inbuilt when they were young. They already know.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can tell me. Dad has already affirmed. So when a boy comes and tells me I'm beautiful, I already know I'm beautiful.
I know I'm pretty.
So now comes the confidence of the intelligence. You're intelligent. You can do it. Yeah. Well, how far can you go? Just go. And that also the dad needs to tell them. You know what? As much as you're beautiful, you're also intelligent. Whatever marks you bring, work hard for it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Be proud of yourself and love yourself. The most important thing is for a teenage girl is make sure you tell them to love themselves. Appreciate who they are as a person. And you know what? If as a mother, you don't love yourself, unajidharau kama mwanamke,
it will show.
It will rub off.
Absolutely.
To your teenage girl.
It will show.
If you're going looking for
that affirmation from the opposite sex,
it will rub off. If you're not confident with your body, you know what? We are all beautiful. You're all beautiful. It's just the way you present yourself. You know, confidence is beauty. Yeah? Confidence is beauty.
That's
If
true.
I step out with my confidence,
That's just enough.
I'll take up the room. So this
That's
is
true.
what you need to bring out from your child.
That's
Let them
true.
be confident. Let them understand who they are. Yeah. Let them be. There's a confidence that borderlines to being rude
Yeah.
or too much, but let them be confident in a feminine way. Yeah, and to just light out the room and show them, and you have to do it as a mother, and the father now needs to bring in the words, and you take their hearts. That's how you raise a teenage girl.
How do you talk to teenage girls about sex and boys?
Look, if you have, that's a very good question, and I love a kind of a question. You should have started talking to them when they are small, when they are young.
How small?
Make them, you talk to them about sex to the level that they can understand. It needs to be introduced gradually.
Right.
When you sit there and wait, I'll wait and sit and until my daughter is 16 and start talking about sex. You won't be able, because maybe she knows more often than not. She knows more than you do. But when you started when they were young, it's very important to catch up. And sex is beautiful. It's a very beautiful thing. We need to communicate that to our children. When we were growing up, it was branded as the fear, which psychologically it's not good. That's why you get a lot of sexual dysfunctions. When there's so much fear on sex,
Yeah.
but now on the wedding day, the fear of sex is still in your mind, and this is for both men and women. And you have a sexual dysfunction. They come for therapy, and when you go through them, you find this person was told, you know what, sex is bad.
It is very bad.
It is very bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
You know,
It
I
is
remember
very
some
bad.
of us, I remember in high school, stories we used to share in high school,
Yeah.
that if you sit on a boy's bed,
Yeah.
you're going to get pregnant. Even just by sitting on his bed.
So yeah, so
Oh my
you bring in so
gosh.
much. So you need to find a way. If there are books there in the market that you can introduce and tell them
In an age-appropriate
in
way.
age-appropriate way on what happened to sex, pregnancy, what happens. I mean, what happens, and they are taught in school.
Yeah.
So you're just adding value. And if you cannot talk about the sex topic to your child, introduce it, then call an auntie or an uncle who can do that.
Right.
There's always a community around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should not be shy of talking about sex. It's very important. It's very important. It's a very important topic.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you're winding up, your top tips when it comes to raising teenage girls, what comes to your mind?
As a mother, be self-confident.
So start with you as a mom, as a dad, be self-confident.
Start with you as a mother. Know yourself, understand, love yourself, understand who you are. And when you're confident as a mother, the girl will also be confident. You're going to bring up a confident girl. And as a father, be in her life. Be
That's
the
important.
first one
That's
to
important.
say she's beautiful. Be the first one to say, I love you. Be the first one to say, I love your dress. Be the first one to take her out for dinner. Be the first man in her life. Because you'll be the reference point.
Absolutely.
If my dad doesn't hit me, who are you to hit me? You
And I didn't see my dad hitting my mom.
And I didn't see my dad hitting my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then even tell them, it's not even about beauty. Tell them that they're intelligent. They can be the best they can be.
And be anything they want.
Girls touch. For raising a girl, just touch the emotions. You get a woman's emotions, you've got it right. Go for their heart. Go for their heart.
Even when the girls shut you out, how do you not give up as a parent, especially a parent of a teenage girl?
You can never give up for your child. When a girl shuts you out, maybe give them space, but to go to their level.
What's going to their level?
Go to where they are and find out what is it. If they're not talking to you, remember I've said about introducing a community around them. Yeah. Ask somebody else to come in and find out
And until they like, we are friend they like.
Yeah, find out what is it. And also know who their friends are. Yeah. It's very important. Always go to where they are and at their levels. And they're moody. They're very, 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 very moody.
How can a parent deal with that? You know, just coping with the fluctuation of today I'm very happy. Like you said, I pick you from school, you're not talking to me anymore. How does a parent deal with that without taking it personally, like there's something they're not doing?
You need to understand that They need to have studied. They need to. Google can be very good. Just understand the face of your child. It's all there. You mentioned about closing. I don't understand.
Or closing the door.
The door.
Keep out. And a sign is put there, by the way.
Why would your child close the door in your house?
I know someone will remove the door entirely.
Yes. That's a very good parent. Why would you start? It's your house. There should not be, it should be an open door policy house. I'll come into your room wherever I want. I might respect your space, but
enter.
you know that space is mine. I'm the one who pays the bill. So it's my house and I'll do that.
My house, my room.
Yes. And if you started that when they were young, it will be normal for them. Yeah. It will be in fact when a child whose rules are the doors remain open goes to a friend where the doors are closed, they'll wonder, because it's for them it will be abnormal. Yeah. So I don't think you should allow teenagers. In fact, you should not even allow girls or even any teenagers to have a laptop in their rooms or even sleep with their phones, because you know what, something happens at night. Yeah. That should not be a no-no. That should be a no-no. And then no wonder moods are coming up. Yeah, because maybe they've been cyberbullied.
Yeah. And probably even not getting enough sleep as well.
Yeah, not getting enough sleep. Yeah, it's possible.
Roslyn, thank you so much for coming to share once again.
Karibu sana. I love the show.
No, it's really nice to have you. If there's any parent out there, I'm sure in your practice you see a lot of parents, God forbid, I hope there are not so many, struggling to raise their teenage girls. How can a parent connect with you?
Oh, yes. I do my practice at KMA Building, Upper Hill, Block 1, first floor. And we have my parents who come, and most of the time is identity issues, just the mood swings you've told. The girl just shuts off.
Right.
Yeah, so they'll come and we'll have a discussion. Feel free, and we also do talk.
Do you have specific forums for raising teenage girls?
Yes, we have forums.
Wonderful.
We can raise. We talk to parents. We also talk to the children. We have talks with parents. Okay. And we learn from each other.
Do you separate the parents, or I know I'm sure sometimes you combine all of them?
Yeah, we combine and then some we separate.
You separate.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
And with that, we come to the end of today's episode of Today's Parent, where we talked about raising teenage girls, and we had tips from Roslyn Keegan, who is a family therapist. I hope this show was very insightful to you. We are in here in studio at Little Cribs, the home of fun, exciting, and durable kids furniture. If you're looking for more parenting resources, go to www.supermamas.co.ke. For previous episodes of Today's Parent, head on to the YouTube channel of Switch TV. We look forward to having you next time. Thank you for tuning in.